All right, everybody. Welcome back, Season 2. Habs, we Habs. See a lot of new faces here. First things first, let's do it.
Hell yeah. Boom.
Pat and I want to welcome our the rest of the OuiHabs family. Ariane, thank you for being here. She's going to be Pat's new co-host for Habs N Dabs, the French version. Jordan, he smart as a whip, guys. Like we invited him to do some writing, and we put the ball in his court. How much he ever whatever he wants to be part of the family, he can. Same thing with Andrew. We handpicked all three of you guys, and we are just super thankful that you guys said yes to join us, and thank you so much. And let's kick off Season 2, you guys.
Hell yeah. Welcome to the family, man.
Yeah.
Happy to have a home.
Hell yeah.
Bienvenue.
Nice.
Cheers.
The funny part is Andrew can probably, minus Ariane there, but Andrew can school probably Brian, for sure Jordan, and French. This guy's good, man.
School? Yeah. Okay.
Come on, say something funny.
Yeah.
Pas maintenant, mon ami.
Solid.
Pas maintenant.
So if people are wondering what happened to Mathieu, as far as I know, he got mauled by a camel in Egypt. He was on a trip there. That's all we got, man.
Beautiful soul.
We expect to hear back from him anytime.
Tough.
Yep.
It's been a while with that guy. Actually, I don't think I've spoken to him in like 6 months.
Oh, he hasn't been very active all summer, to be fair.
Yeah.
He's got a lot going on at the house too. I think they put in a swimming pool and stuff like that. Like he's got a plate full. So yeah. All right, I've been waiting. I quit the marijuana.
We got
guys, so I'm dying to get into it.
Hi, Bet.
Salut, Bet. I'm starting already.
Yeah, you were anxious to start, eh? I'm not even prepared.
Yeah, I've been abstaining for a long time.
You should tell us about your setup when you're done.
This
behind you, yeah. Looks nice.
Yeah, all right, I can do that. Yeah, that's because my wife is as excited as I am about getting this second season on the go. I texted her at work. I was like, "Can you maybe throw up some decorations in my pod space?" And then, like every 15 minutes, I would get a picture of like the updated. This is the pride and joy right here. This is a signed hockey stick. I don't even know what year it is, but anyway, yeah.
People were much shorter back in the days.
Yeah,
that's
for sure.
Actual game played stick, right?
Yeah.
I think it was
me.
I think it was Henri Richard.
Right there. Oh, that's Serge Savard. There is I know it's on there somewhere. There's Reja Ul. Break it.
It's funny, Brian. I when you sent me that message, I sent my wife the same message and said, "Hey, can you put a few decorations up on the wall?" And, yeah,
looks good.
Yeah, not bad. Not bad.
Yeah, I think the first two times I was on, I talked about how I'd got nothing done to this room yet. It's like a storage room.
Nice.
Time.
Just go shoot in the storage room.
It's just my like the closet back there is underneath a stairway. So
I'm literally in the corner of my laundry room. Yeah. Yeah. If you turn around, there's a cat litter box, a couple outdoor plants hanging, and the washer and dryer. The only section is this kind of little alcove here that looks okay.
Talking about cat litter, is this another tanking season, guys?
Don't even.
Crap, man.
No.
They don't even tank right.
I don't think it's going to be as bad as people expect.
Here's the thing. something that like it happens all the time. People always base their season prediction on how the previous season went. It's just, Jesus.
Take your time.
Down.
I'll be back in a second.
Should you die on screen, that would be great for views. Just saying.
We'd go viral for that.
Jesus.
We're still trying to get a hold of the footage of the camel mauling.
I don't know. I thought last night was pretty fun. I mean, I didn't like it, but it was fun overall.
I liked it. Just losing
I would-
leads again, it seems it's going to be a trend. We're going to lose leads again. I can see it already.
But if you're losing leads in a game like that, you know, I think I like it better than being like outscored
Never having
5
a
or
lead?
6-0. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, if they're going to be competitive and score lots of goals and show lots of offense, but you still end up losing that type of game,
One thing we certainly learned last night is, man, nobody does a ceremony like Montreal. Holy crap, that was a library in that building last
oh
night.
my god.
God, that was boring.
Puppy scores 3 goals and takes the lead back, and they still can't even be bothered to
Yeah.
cheer.
I don't know.
What
I felt
what a-
like it was
like,
loud
I
for a
think-
Toronto crowd.
But yeah, okay.
I felt like they were only cheering when like some bad stuff was happening, like Reeves boarding someone.
Yeah.
That's the only moment that I actually heard them.
Even during the player intros, it was like dead quiet. It was weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, who was it
That's
on Twitter that said best score in league in franchise history, and he gets the treatment that Jordan Wheel would get in Montreal?
Yeah, I seen that.
Who was that?
Oh, I can't remember.
I don't know.
That's pretty bang on, though.
Yeah, Jordan Wheel would get
Yeah.
a crowd going louder than that.
It's just yeah.
Had
It's,
fans would get a crowd going better than that outside the Bell Center. Look at that. Like a champion, Pat. Way to go.
Yeah.
I'm
Jordan,
going to come out and say it right now.
Hmm?
Ryan Reeves was lucky that fucking net was there. He was lucky that net was there. Arbor Jack, I would still be. He'd be pushing him. He'd be halfway to Hamilton by now.
Nice.
Larock
Telling you.
definitely had him. Yeah, get in there close and just muscle him like he had to, because that's what he used to fight. He just ragdoll you and then hit you with lefts. But yeah, he caught him by surprise. It was pretty funny.
There's I think it was whenever he fought Cassian, like somebody told him that like how Cassian likes to fight, so he adjusted his fighting style to make sure that Cassian couldn't get like. I think that's the exact same thing he did last night. Everybody knows Reeves likes to stand up, get a feel for people, and then start chucking. Like Jack, I just didn't let him do his thing. So
Yeah.
mauled him.
Soon enough, they'd all
I've
be
never-
adapting to Jack-Eye, honestly.
I guarantee
Yeah.
they scared each other too.
Man.
I guarantee you, Arbor Jack, I watched a ton of Reeves fights before that game last night.
Oh yeah.
Sure. With Georges Larac.
Nice. He's not spinning. There's no Larac in there. When they start spinning on the ice, you know Larac gave some hints.
Oh yeah. Was
Yeah.
That was
Has he-
glorious.
did anybody listen to BPM? Did Larock admit it today?
Admit what?
Yeah.
Admit that he was because he said he admitted to working with Pizzetta, but he hasn't admitted to working with Jack Eye yet.
I think you had to admit the Pizzetta because it was caught on camera.
Yeah. No, we're skating. No, you're.
Yeah. Power skating lessons. Mm-hmm.
The Stars are skating. With
Now-
what was that? Stars on Ice. Little,
Yeah.
little show.
Oh yeah.
Now, can you honestly say that nobody's scared of Pizzetta though, Pat? If he was working with LaRock?
Yeah. I'm sorry.
All right.
Middleweight guy. He's okay. He's okay. Nobody. You're pissed. You want to go at Jack Eye. You want a big fight. Pizzetta comes. It's not. I don't know. I don't. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Nobody's. scared
like I
of
said,
Pizzetta.
if it's Sam Bennett throwing his weight around, you know what I mean? Somebody's got to be able to deal with it. You shouldn't have to send Jack Eye for that.
Yeah.
I'd rather have Pizzetta for like Tyler Bertuzzi. So when Bertuzzi did that little crotch attack, that's what you need, not a Jack Eye or an Anderson or someone else.
100%.
Plus that lettuce. You got to have that lettuce free flowing this year. I assume he still has the long hair.
So handsome.
Such
Oh,
a
he is.
cutie.
I'm gonna give him that.
What's with the bagel gone wild, Jordan? Sorry.
Okay, let's
Oh.
right into the personal stuff right away, man.
Yeah,
Bam.
I've had my Discord for like a long time, and I use it for like gaming, and it was just my account name. So
That's okay. I knew a guy online that was named something like Iller's daddy. It was gay, so I'm not judging names.
Different cat, eh?
If it said last year to Eller, it would have been fine.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I'm not judging.
Little nuance, I have a daughter named Eller. Like, I'm not actually Eller's daddy, as in Lars. So, like, I realize that not everybody. Story.
Yours versus ours.
He said he loved me. Fuck you guys.
It was a great way to meet you, man.
Ditto.
Yeah.
Defending my handle. And here we are 9 years later on a podcast again.
Your handle and your sexuality, sir.
I have to defend that.
Yeah.
There's no defense needed there.
No,
I do what I want.
I do who I want.
Exactly. What's in my mouth has nothing to do with you, all right?
Nice.
It's for like the last how many years have we all interacted with each other without really like ever assuming something like this was going to go on? Like,
Right?
yeah, you just never know.
it's crazy.
It was funny because I was
Pretty
taking
cool.
jabs at the fact everybody was starting a stupid podcast, and I went at all of them. Look at me now.
True.
Like Pat and I discussed it even before he started Au Balotage, right? Like we had like floated the idea, and then of course he left me for the French, and now we've come full circle. We're back again.
You always end
Yeah.
up winning the wars. I mean, Anglos in general. No, honestly, I remember that conversation, and I'm lucky. I'm
Just-
with my number one pick, doing what I like, man. It's fun.
Yeah.
Let's dive into that game. Go. Is there something
right.
else?
One more.
Let's go summer instead. How was the summer for you guys? It's the first of this season, I guess. Last time we had some kind of event was a watch party for the draft lottery, I believe. Or was it
Yep.
the draft
Probably,
itself?
yeah.
I think the trade for Newhook is going to be the summertime move for me. I think that's going to be the one that we'll remember for a long time, especially the Newfie and the crew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good old Newfie boy.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, we should touch on this. Like this podcast is now spanning five time zones.
Five
It is,
different
too. Everybody-
time zones,
no. Four. You and
Oh,
Ariane
yeah.
are in the same one,
There's a-
right?
yeah. Oh yeah.
You skip one, Pat. There is other provinces.
Yeah, but
Pacific
we-
Mountain.
Yeah, we tend to forget about other provinces.
Uh,
I'm sorry, guys.
Well, I guess you
My
could just
bad.
call it Newfie.
Yeah, I don't know. After that draft or free agency, I unplugged for a few months. That was
Same. Couple
Probably for the
weeks
best.
later.
we knew what was going to happen, and it
The noise around Slavkovsky was exhausting.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was so annoyed at everybody for already giving up on a guy that just turned 19. Like, can you just
Right.
give him some time? Like, frick.
Yeah.
Right? Like I saw a comparison. They put up the comparison with him and Joe Thornton on the TV either today or yesterday, and I mean, like, man, like it's uncanny the first season, and then like I don't know, even the second season, Joe Thornton didn't have that many points. I didn't think so. I
feel
don't
like a
know.
lot
I think
of-
everybody like a little patience.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of players who are big and heavy and scaled kind of grow through that growing pain, and they just
Yeah.
need some time.
You know what else happens to people who like tear down the gate right out of like draft and first overall pick? They sign fucking $11 million extensions out of entry level. That's what they do. You watch. This guy's going to come into his own making $4 million.
Yeah, Owen Power just signed for $8.5.
$1 billion. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Holy
I don't know why I ever give this up.
Yeah, why? That's a
This,
good
the
question.
Sabres were on something.
oh
I think it's going to be a good deal, though, eventually.
Yeah.
I don't think he's worth 8 point something right now, but
I mean,
'Cause
they're
Philly's
always
gonna be
talking.
up next for us.
Yep.
Like half of this show right now is just Brian just coughing.
Well, that's
Sign up here.
that's the concept, right?
I love it.
Nice.
There we go.
It's what happens in
Well,
BC, man. You learn to live in the smoke, right? No, I
Yeah,
meant
this summer was great.
I
know,
the
this summer
fire. Shit.
This summer was awful.
And then
It was great.
Hey Brian, did you know that? Did you get that on your news across the country? We actually had some around Montreal this summer. Early in the summer, we
Yeah, I
had
know.
wild freaking fires coast to coast, man. Insane.
Yep, I remember.
I'll need to find
Shit
something
sucks.
else to mock you guys. We have them too now. No, you just have fucking
Yeah,
better
well-
winter than us and nothing in return, man. Just lost my.
Well, our rage on for like 80 days and shit like that, though. So, like, the smoke just socks us in for a month and a half at a time. Sometimes it's awful.
Yeah.
shit sucks.
I'm sorry you guys had to go through it though. It's like sometimes there's nothing worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Yeah,
for
you
me.
guys-
I remember.
Back in the day, right?
Yeah, I was there during that. Sucks.
I left the morning before that.
The morning before?
I flew out. Yeah. I was
Did they-
there. Jordan will know where I was at Mac Island at the golf course there having a pint, and they spoke, and around there you always see it. You're like, whatever, it's fine.
Imagine,
Yeah.
Andrew, all your
48
Twitter
hours.
haters right now, just like one more day and it was gone. There's a lot of people on Twitter like, damn, right now for sure.
I'm just wondering if they ever investigated you the day before.
Oh, yeah.
Just
You're
trying to claim some insurance.
I got lucky too, because the morning of the major evacuation, like, I was sick. I woke up like 2 o'clock in the morning, just like super sick, and I didn't go to work. I was supposed to work that morning. I didn't go to work, and that's when the evacuation happened. Like, we left around lunchtime or just after. If I was at work, I would have got like stuck at work for the rest of the day, evacuated later to like a different camp. I wouldn't have been with my family. Like,
Oh wow!
Yeah,
it's crazy.
it was a wild time. Yeah.
It's the one that ripped through a Soyuz here this summer. My wife went to work, and she works at a care facility. And whenever the fire started, I sent her a message, this and that. I got home from work. I popped a couple drinks. I was getting into some libations, expecting her home at about 10:30 or 11. And I am pissed to the gills by the time she sends me a message saying we're evacuating all of our residents. So I have to stay. So she was literally there until 4 in the morning, and I had to try and prop my eyes open because I had been drinking since 1, because I couldn't go to sleep either because we were on evacuation notice as well. So like at any given time, I would have had to drunkenly drag my kids down the street with no car.
Yeah.
It was that was quite the night. I went through a lot of whiskey.
Yeah.
You were probably flammable at that point too, so an extra
Yep.
on your kids, man.
Yeah, but that's just the methane.
Okay. All the butane in the dabs too, man. Think about it.
Yeah. Fair enough. So what was everybody else's favorite and I don't know, maybe least favorite move this summer?
I'll go right there. Let's start it. Let's start it rough. I do not understand the mental gymnastics we're putting ourselves through to fucking salvage Caden Primo. Like, what the fuck is going on? Why are you working so fucking hard to secure what could, in the best possible scenario, become Samuel Montembeault? We got the guy already. Fuck off, man. I don't get it. Oh, bear with me.
I think
don't
it's
care
a
we're
pandemic
losing
with,
army.
like everybody loves their own prospects, right? Everybody loves all their own prospects. I think that's what it is. And we drafted 13 goalies in 7 rounds.
Prospect.
Yeah, the writing's on the wall. And then they go do something like keep 3 goalies to start the season. You know what I mean? Like, do you love me? Do you not love me?
What's going in the media is that supposedly a team would have inquired about Primo lately, so they didn't want to waiver him.
So I let it fly. You guys are probably like, what's going on?
So just secure the 7th round pick and do it. Pull the trigger, man.
Or just let them go. Like,
Let him walk.
sometimes Fisher cut bait. What was he, a 7th-round pick?
199, I believe.
You got to think the organization feels that maybe he still has a ceiling that's higher than Montembeault. But like you said, right now, like they're stuck with 3 goalies. How much is he gonna play?
I don't know.
I think they don't. I don't think they're that confident in the goalies that we have right now, and I think they want to give him possibly some games.
That's fair to be honest. I don't think we have the long-term solution right now. I don't think Montembeault's all that good, guys. I'm just saying it's the same. Why are we fighting to keep 2 possible Montembeaults here? It makes
I
no
think
sense.
he was good last year, but like I'm not convinced he's the starting goalie of the future.
But that's just not that's just not today's problem. Just we don't need the future goalie right now. Just build a team, man. When the team's good and the goalie's sinking us, make a move. We don't need to fix that problem today, man. It's stupid.
I 100% agree. We talked about it all last year. Like the goalie should be like one of if not the last things you address.
Yeah, I agree.
Unless you do draft that Vasilevsky, but it happens. Well, yeah, stick to him. I get it, but
and they got a couple other kids too that it might be like this Dobish kid in Laval or Jacob Fowler.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Russian too. They drafted.
Yeah.
And late. Yeah, I keep getting him and some defensemen mixed up, but that Russian fella. I don't want to sound like non-cherry, so I'm not going to try. But I don't know. Montembeault's earned it from last year. Whether or not he's going to be whether or not he's going to be the goalie of the future, I don't know. That's a stretch, but you give him the net. Allen's going to get injured in like a week, so just.
I don't get why we started the season with Allen too. Like what? Why?
Yeah, there must be
weird.
There has to be. Some sort of for a goalie somewhere. There has to be. Otherwise, why would you keep all 3?
Maybe they're just saving Montembeault for the home opener. I don't know. I don't know. Like everybody knew that game was going to chip off in Toronto, so I don't know.
2 days apart, he probably could have played both of them. Like it's not like it was a back-to-back to start the season.
Yeah, but I honestly think that whole we played them so much in preseason and this whole Jack-Eye Reeves thing. There was a culmination. Like I think they knew that game was going to pop off a little bit. So I don't know if that's part of it, but sometimes putting your.
I thought they would have had Pizzetta in the lineup for that reason.
Mm-hmm.
I think the last game Montembeault played in the regular season against the Leafs too, he led in I think that's what they said on TVA Sports is it was a game that Montembeault did not look good at all. So they were assuming that Martin Saint-Louis didn't want to put him in and have his confidence even more shattered. So
to get lit up by Bedard for 6.
Yeah, I mean,
we don't need to protect the guy's confidence like that. It's not like he's Primo, right?
One thing with him is he literally got better despite being shelled. Like he was, what crippled him? He didn't he wasn't too phased by it, but there was no pressure, right? This year there will be pressure.
That's why I turned the switch off on Primo. That's the difference between Montembeault and Primo. Primo's probably better skilled. I'm not even going to argue that. But if you cannot take the pressure of the NHL game in, game out, day after day, one bad goal, Primo's shaky the rest of the game. One bad game, he's shaky the rest of the week. You can't overcome. It's character. You're not going to learn character, man. Montembeault has it. Primo doesn't. No stress in the AHL. He can be dominant. He cannot translate that to the NHL so far. It's a character thing.
So maybe
he is the
subscribing to
the Charles Ludon of goaltending.
Oh, I loved him.
We all did. Sometimes you make the NHL, sometimes you don't.
You don't.
Ooh.
In November, who are the 2 goalies?
Bad jokes.
Because there will only be 2 probably by November. Who are they going to be?
I think Jake Allen will probably get moved at some point. Maybe.
As soon as the team has trouble,
What's he making? Isn't he making 3 point something?
Almost 4.
We could is this not his last year, or has he got one more after this?
Yeah, one more.
If there's one move that looks like it's going to backfire, it was extending him.
Yeah, it's the one move that don't make that much sense. As much as there could be a couple other ones you don't agree with, but
at the moment though, you're losing Price and everybody. At the moment, that's all you got. That's all you got, man. You cannot.
He wasn't supposed to even be. He's barely a backup at that point, and then he.
Mm-hmm.
So I
Yeah,
get it.
they gave Allen that contract before Montembeau kind of played his best hockey.
Yeah.
But
I think they do have a plan. Like I have no idea who's going to be there in November, but I trust them.
It's like looking at a giant puzzle. You think you see all the pieces where they have like 8 more pieces that are already set to go. It's like the picture will become a lot more clear. I agree. I think they've got a plan too.
Yeah, like I didn't expect them to get rid of Armia and Hoffman and all, everybody. So just
So I'm gonna throw
see how it goes.
Let's throw this out just
Yeah.
because there's all kinds of smoke right now with Columbus. Would Columbus benefit from getting him in a trade, as he's on as an NHL contract, because they want to ship out a defenseman, or a head defenseman potentially. I think Boquist is there, so I think Marco D'Amico had this on, just like saying that there was some rumors
smoke
going
there?
on there. Would they need a primo to back up Elvis, because their goaltending is just shoddy?
What if they want Allen though? You do it?
Oh yeah.
Oh, in a heartbeat.
I wouldn't like
Yeah.
having Primo Montembeau as a tandem. To be fair, I think
wouldn't
that's
care.
the worst outcome.
For this year.
Oh,
But
you're
beyond-
tanking
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
You're tanking again. There you are.
Sorry.
You gotta
What?
think if they don't believe the starter is right on the team right now, the future starter, they're not gonna really care about what their tandem is for this year. If the problem
Yeah.
keeps going, it's either gonna be one of the younger kids that I mentioned a minute ago, or they're gonna have to go out and trade for someone eventually. So
So what are the odds? Sorry,
I
man.
think they would get rid of Allen if someone wanted Allen. But
Yeah. Because even cap space is king, right? Like you can go replace him cheaper somewhere else.
yeah,
Maybe I'm feeling like Tampa Bay might need a goalie soon. So
Yeah. There's
I think what you're going to see real soon is a lot of broker type deals. So we may even pull in a goalie just by taking fucking $10 million off of somebody's hands this year. We've got a shit ton of cap space as soon as LTIR starts. So,
yeah.
and nobody has cap space. No one. So I mean,
Yeah.
like that's going to be, I don't know. We could probably pull someone in like that as well.
As long as it's just this year, because the cap goes up next year, and you don't want to be holding on to any more crap. We already have enough. We have Petrie. Well, Alsner's off the books next year.
Hey, this is done this year, man. It's the last year we're paying Alsner. Get over it.
Alsner.
It wasn't such a bad move. It's
it
over,
was so
man.
quick.
I was actually shocked when I still saw his name there. Like, are you?
Oh, yeah.
What year was it? But
The
terrible.
bad one.
I'm not
Yeah, it
going
was
back
all-
in time to argue this, but Alsner's signing was not that bad. I'll die on this hill.
There's-
Someone else would have gotten the same number somewhere else. It's not like
yeah, but that doesn't mean it was a good signing.
Yeah.
it was
mean,
not
yeah.
a good signing.
That summer could have been
Yeah.
so much worse. We almost got Lucic.
Yeah.
He offered more money to Lucic than what Edmonton gave him. Like, you know how bad that would have been?
We're gonna talk a quick minute about the
Yeah.
fact
Like, I
that,
would
that
have been after his head a long time ago.
Brad the Rat Marchand is now the captain of that team, and Lucic is back as well. Like, what's going on, man? Finally,
What like
finally here to reestablish that great fucking rivalry with Brad as captain and Lucic back. I don't care if we compete or not. Games against Boston are gonna be fucking lit.
Oh, yeah.
that's true. What a bad choice.
That guy.
Honestly, I even think we should shine Emlyn back just for that.
How many games do we even have against Boston? We only have 3 against Toronto, which is weird.
Yeah,
That's
we don't play
terrible.
against Toronto until March, I think.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
weird.
Mm.
Terrible.
Reeves will
up?
already be traded.
What's up, Damone in the chat?
Like, I don't care
Play
to
nice.
see. I mean, maybe it's me. I don't know. I don't care to see Montreal play some of the Western teams twice a year. I'd rather see the divisional rivals more.
Yeah.
By the way, so they're doing that on the pod right now. But are you considering coming at the March 21st game against Vancouver? We're all flying to Brian's Hood and watching this game. You coming, Andrew? Right?
You couldn't pick Calgary. They're going right to Calgary and then going to Vancouver, and you're skipping me.
Yeah.
Like I said, man,
Yeah.
I got a warrant in Alberta. I ain't going there.
Yeah, I'm on the. That's the plan. Hopefully, it works out.
But
When are you guys
Jordan.
getting tickets?
What?
We're just gonna get them there.
Sorry, I missed that.
We're getting tickets day of,
Okay.
from the scalpers. I think
Yeah.
I'm gonna as soon as we get concrete numbers, I'll set up accommodations and stuff like that.
Okay.
So Jordan, you coming?
And
Ariane still not sure. I think.
I wish.
check that links there, man. It's cheaper than you think.
It's gonna depend on school schedule and all that.
School. That'll get you nowhere.
Thanks.
You're already in what. This is your future.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, am I getting paid for this?
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
It's in the mail.
As soon as we sell one more shirt.
One more.
I'm gonna make $2.
Whoa! I need your drop shipper information. That's a pretty good deal, then.
But Pat was telling us how cheap food is in Quebec, so I mean, do you really
Okay.
need that much?
It really
What?
went up as fuck. The thing is,
I
compared
don't
to the,
agree with the food being cheap in
but
Quebec.
that's very oriented around ourselves because it is cheaper than everywhere else in Canada. Even though it went up as fuck in the last year and a half or 2 years, it's still one of the cheapest place to live in Canada. Well, I mean, if you can find somewhere to rent.
Yeah, right. My rent the last three January 1st had gone up. The fucking they're allowed to raise it 3.5% the last 3 years. Every year 3.5% every January 1st. It's gone up. We have when we moved in, it was lucky. Like it's a cheat. We don't pay that much rent for the house I'm in, but yeah, no, fucking up and it's like increments too. It's like, oh, it's going to go up by $47 this month. Oh, it's going to go up by $61 this month because it's 3.5% of what you already pay.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Yep.
Hey, if you want to make revenue, there's a shirt that Pat was going to design.
God damn, the NWO one. I need to get
It's coming.
Yeah, man.
NWO shirt.
You're not the only thing I'm neglecting. If that makes you feel any better. But look at this one though. Like that's a fucking sick one.
That's pretty.
Come on.
Yeah.
I like the OuiHabs jersey. It's cool.
Yeah, I sent one to Brian and Mathieu too.
It's up there, right there.
I'm sorry.
Where's your Matthews jersey?
I hope it didn't get too damaged in the camel attack.
Camel ate it.
You see a viral video of a camel walking with a Colorado Matthews sweater on. It's like, is it? Monday.
God damn.
Yeah. Hey, I'm just gonna go back to. I'm gonna say Primo's traded. He'll be the one traded.
Or eventually they'll just to try and put him on waivers and he won't clear or something. Like, I don't think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably the likeliest thing to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Armier's gonna be so good and Laval is gonna force us to call him back and we'll have to waiver another fucker in 30 days and it's gonna be
Imagine
Primo.
if Primo gets into a couple games before the decision is made and he plays good.
I'd
Well,
love to
that
be
would be
killed
like
by that kid, man.
he did too.
Game
Like
on.
every time he's played, he hasn't played well in the show yet. So I think that would just try and
Yeah.
bring it back up to level.
We're gonna get low key, a smaller scale price Alak this year.
Smaller scale.
Yeah,
Price
micro scale. Tiny.
So like Montembeau and Primo.
Yeah, I think that could happen, man. Like if you're gonna get, but I don't approve it, but I think that's where we're heading. I think it's
Could
dumb.
that be your small scale in Halak? Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I also think that they could surprise us and find some places for Allen. I don't know why. I just have that feeling.
Could very well. Because Laval needs an extra goalie, aren't they? Aren't they short? Like they have Dobesh, and that's it.
Strauss man.
I like what your goal.
They have man, yeah.
They don't actually care about Primo. They just want to test Dobesh down there. I like that. That's a good. Yeah, I think that's my narrative now.
I mean, if Primo did go on waivers and made it back to Laval, I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility that Dobish beats him for the #1 job down there anyway.
I think
And
that's
what
what's
would
gonna
that do?
happen.
That sends that could you honestly could be right. That might be why they're doing it, just so that there's not a fight to see who takes number one down there. Not yet, anyway.
Yeah.
Dobish is pretty freaking solid, so I think he's gonna have a better career than no, unfortunately.
He's huge.
Do you guys go to the Laval games at all?
I went
Have
twice last year.
Yeah.
I went a couple times, but I live further away now, so it's like harder to get there.
Yeah. That'd be a fun team to watch.
Yeah,
It's a
especially
fun.
this year.
It's like a mini Bell Center there too. The way it's built, it's like you feel like you're in a smaller Centre Bell. Very nice.
I really liked it.
They did a good job of it.
I think they're gonna sell a lot of tickets this year.
Yep. Well, it's a cheap, fun place to
It's
go
cheap.
with your family. Honestly, you don't have to
They're
dish
gonna,
out.
they're gonna have a fun team this year.
Yep.
Well, Armenia's there.
Well, yeah, exactly. When he
It's worth the
scores,
price of admission right
when he scores twice.
Yeah.
Think about it.
every time.
At least. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyone stood out?
I can't
for
wait
you
for the
guys?
Twitter meltdown to be recalled though.
Uh-huh.
What?
Anyone stood out so far in the first game that you weren't expecting?
Positively or negatively?
Up to you, man.
Well, I think like Gallagher looks like he's skating through mud.
Yeah, and he
I'm
has
not-
been for a while. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again,
I'm not going.
we love 375 Gallagher, but we don't like 6.5. I mean, it'd be even hard to argue for 375 right now.
yep.
Oh yeah.
I hate saying it.
I mean, if it wasn't Brendan Gallagher, that is one of the leaders on the team. That's probably the longest tenured player on the team at this point. Like, it would be a player that would get cut. I think. I don't know if he's one of the top 12 forwards on the team right now.
The answer is
I
no.
don't-
Yeah.
And then, like, the worst part is who he's holding back. Like, you've got Joshua Waugh that is like pretty much ready to make that next step and be on a fourth line anywhere and fight to move up. That's what's bothering me. It's not the fact that it's Gallagher skating through mud. It's everybody that he's holding back right now.
I was
I'm
looking.
sorry, I just have to point out, I love when people who don't speak French pronounce that name.
What
Because
name?
it just sounds like Josh Wawa to me. and it
Josh
makes me laugh. Josh Wawa.
Wow.
Josh
Yeah.
I learned by pronouncing this guy's name.
Go,
Patrick.
show him the whole thing and say Joshua Roy. He has a good one. We've been working on it.
Who are you talking to?
You,
Who?
Brian.
No.
I said it.
Oh.
Okay, I have
Josh Wawa.
the added.
That's
I
an
think
F.
they're gonna
What?
like that.
You just pulled out your teeth? What the hell?
Yeah, I do that.
He's got the triple Brent Burns.
That
Nice.
they almost fell out when I was trying to say his name. That's what was funny there.
Nice. That's what happened. Nice.
Yeah.
That would have been the clip of the week for sure.
The year, man.
I mean,
Unless we
I was watching Gallagher skate, and it's decision making. The guy's in for half a shift, goes in his zone. You can see he's out of breath. They're moving back to the opponent's zone. Skates by the bench and goes push like what? No, you should know.
Oh.
You should have the objective fucking introspection, knowing that you cannot skate that extra 25 seconds to go push back the play upstairs. Like you can't do it. You can't do it. He's there, defense, and he skates right. Don't skate by the bench. Go sit down, man. That's what's frustrating for me with Gallagher. You can't not be aware that your cardio fucking sucks.
Gallagher's game used to be following the people who can actually carry the puck and crash the net.
Well, he
That's
can't
his
follow.
game.
You can't follow.
So
No, but what
He's
what
a
I'm
step
saying is,
behind
like,
all the time now.
but he doesn't have that hockey IQ. Like that was his game. He would go into the zone and crash the net, be in front of the net, do whatever he needs to do to get the dirty goals. He would chase. You know what I mean? He doesn't have the IQ to like follow plays the way some other hockey players do. He had one job, and that was go to the net. That's
I like to
Gallagher.
see him. I like to see him with Evans and Harvey Pinard before
Nice.
before he gets scratched.
You know who
Because
who I'd like
Pearson
to see
and
Gallagher
Monahan
play
slows
with?
people.
Gallagher would be perfect with Ariane and Laval. There you go. I said it.
I knew you were gonna say Laval.
Of course. Pearson, I know he hasn't played in over a year, but he just, like, Monahan looked like the injured Monahan from a few years ago with those two. And then he'd be on the power play and look fine.
I
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah, that whole line was slow, and you could tell that Monahan wanted to, get some speed in, but he can't.
Yeah.
They're not going to scratch Gallagher. Like, it's not going to happen because of who he is. But I would scratch one of him or Pearson. So, like, scratch Pearson, bring Pizzetta in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gallagher, Evans, Pizzetta, move Harvey Pinard up to either the third, or I know a lot of people don't like Anderson on that top line.
I'm okay with it.
It's hard to say that it's been. I think Harvey Pinard looked better on that top line, but
Hey Murad, by the way. Sorry.
I honestly think that's another mismatch of speed. I think Anderson is more effective when he's going fucking balls out, fast, and I think that's why that line doesn't click.
That's not my thing though. Trying to fix something that's not broken, like stop worrying about Suzuki and Caulfield. It's not that important who plays with them. They're gonna get their points. So just put someone there and make sure you're not affecting negatively the third and second lines, right? Try to balance it out because you don't need. I don't know. I don't see it. They're working. Whoever you put there is working fine.
I guess I'm not as crazy as I thought because I thought Slavkovsky would be there this year, but
I love it. I'd love it. I'd love to see it.
If he plays 3 more games the way he played last night, if he plays 3 more games like that, he'll get his chance up there.
But I mean, for now, leave him where he is. Let him build, just like Doc last year. Like leave them where they are. Let them build their confidence, and then you can change it down the road.
Yeah,
but,
I'd leave together that second line right now. But like you said, Slavkovsky, if he does keep playing like this, he might get that look on that top line. But
yeah.
I don't know if
I've got so many tweets bookmarked for fucking Slavkovsky to break out, man. So many.
Oh yeah. I think
you don't
Anderson don't work because he doesn't play the same style. He plays like he's like
north south.
Tiny fly that keeps going around. Yeah, he plays north south. He's not a playmaker.
That's funny.
I don't know if he has like the same. He can think the game on the same level as Suzuki and Caulfield. He plays a different
more
style
like
of game.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just doesn't mesh well. It seems like.
I mean, I love him, but he's a bonehead. He just puts his head down and
goes
north south.
But that's what he does.
But when he gets chemistry with someone, he usually gets some pretty decent chemistry. So that's why I don't understand that they don't get this separated immediately. Like he was great with Drouin, was he not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's because they know Suzuki and Caulfield are just gonna do their thing. I don't know. I liked Harvey Pinard there, but I don't.
Heineman would fit well right there, man. Bring the new Likkinen. Bring him now.
He's gonna be back up real soon. Don't you worry.
So.
Heineman, Suzuki, Caulfield sounds like a perfect line to me.
Because when Dvorak
he has a wicked shot.
If Dvorak comes back, because I hope he doesn't, which is funny. I'm pretty sure I defended that signing, or that trade way back when. Anyway, if hopefully he doesn't come back, but if he does, then Monahan could probably just jump to the top line with Caulfield and Suzuki. And that would make more sense because he's better there. And then you have Dvorak with
Anderson and Harvey Pinard.
That would be a solid line. That would work. I think Monahan and Anderson were pretty good together for a bit. Well, until Monahan went out. But yeah, there's so many players. It's ridiculous. You always have to go through this game of who plays with who because we have so many.
There's a lot of options, yep.
Yeah, and some shouldn't be there at all, like Pearson, or Pat's favorite.
Or wasting a spot on a number 3 goalie in the roster, right?
Oh yeah.
Corey, what is it? Corey Perry and a Brian Giunta body.
Yeah, that's Gallagher for you. Trying to play
it.
Corey Perry's game in Brian Giunta's body. Yeah.
I'll give Gallagher more games before I go totally flip on him. Yeah. I can't.
The thing is, I don't think you're going to see him get scratched anyway because of who he is. If they're not in a winning season, they're going to try to be as competitive as they can be, but they're not at the point where they're going to scratch someone like Gallagher. I think they got too much respect for him.
I probably
And like you said, if it comes down to Pearson or Gallagher, you scratch Pearson because you stay with the one who brought you to the dance, right? Like it's just the way it is.
I'm
And
probably the one who dislikes Gallagher the most in this group, to be fair. But we're overthinking this problem. He's going to be injured in a game or two, so honestly, not a real issue. Not a real issue.
If we're already on LTI, another $6 million, right?
Yeah, 6.5, I believe.
Yeah.
It won't look as bad next year. The
What?
cap goes up.
Nice.
When the cap goes up, it won't look as bad.
Yeah, that's starting to sound like when COVID's over too, though. Like every
Oh,
year, it's like, oh, the cap's going up.
Nice. Are we going there? Shit. Shit.
But Team Tank would like it if Gallagher was on the first line. So just keep him.
The other thing is,
Yeah.
like, those guys
So
who are
does
whining
Grant
about
McKegg.
the ones that want us to lose for another 6 years and tank better, whatever the hell that means.
Mm.
I understand the premise. I just can't. Like last year, I was okay with it. Like let it happen. See what goes on. Like you're gonna like the chips will fall where they fall. But it was like nothing was ever good enough. It just kept like having to be something and being forced. And that's what just drove me nuts. Now I can't.
Man, like when you look back and you look at some of the moves and this, that, and the other thing, we tanked pretty fucking hard. Like you don't like, nobody could out tank Chicago last year because of what they did, like signing a bunch of contracts just to trade them and this and that. But we were handcuffed with contracts. We had like stuff from the old regime. Like we tanked pretty goddamn hard.
You couldn't.
We traded
people that were injured.
You know what I mean? Like,
But it was just it was a year of so you won a few extra games you shouldn't have. You probably lost ones that you shouldn't have too. Like there was just a whole bunch of crap that went on throughout the year, and hey, they finished bottom 10. Wasn't the player most people wanted, but I wasn't who I wanted, but I'm good with it. I think it'll be a great pick in the end. I mean, I just watched clips. I watch clips and read what people say. I don't scout these kids, so yeah. I mean, a rebuild's a rebuild. Which shit, I just called it a rebuild. Scratch that. No.
You said the R word. Unacceptable.
we had to go
That's
live,
still
eh?
acceptable.
But I mean, like it's never going to be right for everybody. It's like you're building your own team from scratch. Like everyone's gonna have a different opinion. You're never gonna appease everybody. So pick who you pick, and or hopefully they pick who they pick, and it's the right pick. And Slavkovsky hopefully is starting to show that now.
Guys would rather have their finger wagging moment than a fucking good team in the end. You know what I mean? They would love. I told you so.
They would prefer that to a cup, honestly. Sure. Winning a cup, they'd find something to complain about. I don't know, the weather on St. Catherine wasn't so great at the parade.
Yeah. What, you couldn't sweep them in the final round? Losers.
Yeah. Dunk culture. That's all this is about. And just kind of, I was right. Haha, you suck. Look how stupid you were 4 years ago when you tweeted this. I said a lot of worse things about 10 years ago on Twitter, so hey, whatever.
Yeah, but you're already restarted that account. That one's turfed.
Honestly, 3 years in a row, I'm disappointed I don't see your McCarron breakout season yet. It's like 3 years in a row. I'm like, fuck, it's gone. It's never coming back.
I think it's Costa or Evan. One of them always remind me. Whenever he ends up on waivers, it's hey, pick him up.
Fix him.
I wanted him to work out so bad too, though. I wanted that big first line center that fucking crashed and banged with everybody.
But
I wanted him to.
How did we believe you? We could actually turn this guy to a first center, though. Like, come on, it doesn't exist anymore.
I didn't think he was ever gonna be a first line center. I don't think.
No,
I thought he was gonna be a really effective player, but
yeah. I mean, it's when he got drafted. They're like, so what do you foresee? He's like, I just want to fight Lucic. Okay.
So Murat said that as a question, you guys think Primo will get any significant playing time? You said he didn't want to waive him because another team wanted to trade for him. So Murat, honestly, did that came from Kent? Or because I read the same thing, but I didn't read it was Kent that said that directly, openly. That would be awesome if you did.
No, all I saw was that Columbus is looking to like declutter their D.
But no, here there's some There's some rumors around Primo that someone inquired about him, and that's why he's
I
not.
saw that today too. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that someone said that from an actual source. I don't think it was just like
That's some
something
big,
they threw out there.
big brain
I
media
think
manipulation.
Hughes said
Honestly,
it.
nobody
I think Hughes
called.
said that's why they kept 3 goalies.
Well, I heard
Because
this thing, but
someone called about Primo, and they figured if they put him on waivers, he would have got claimed.
So the question is, do we think that he will get some playing time? And I
Yep.
think the answer is yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I believe so as well.
If we continue to see goaltending like we seen the other night from Allen, I think so. Yeah. I mean,
And I mean, if you're forced into it, like you're carrying 3 goalies anyway, like you know, you might as well give him some playing time.
yep.
Oh yeah.
He can only raise his stock at this point. I mean, I don't think it gets much lower after what he's shown at the NHL level. No one's gonna pay a premium price. It's not like you're trading for a high-end goalie prospect anymore. Like you might have thought that a couple of years ago, but
You also never know if Primo starts working out. Maybe they'll have interesting offers for Allen or maybe even Montembeault. So might as well.
yeah.
It'll be in the
not
role.
out of the
It'll be in the
question
mix.
that if they got the right offer for Montembeault, it's not out of the question that they would move him if they don't believe he's the guy of the future.
Nobody's calling for our goalies, guys. Come on. No, nobody wants.
No,
that.
I agree.
Like,
I don't
come on.
think they're.
There's just none. One of them, the phone's ringing for it. Oh man, I want this one. No, like you gotta be in a pretty bad position to call about our goalies, man. Who is it? Who is it? It's Laval. Laval calling. Yeah, we need a goalie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Laval calling.
That's all, man. Fuck.
That's good.
But yeah, you'll get time because
It-
yeah, default setting. Maybe that's the approach here. If we have 3 goalies in the mix, maybe you don't injure Jake Allen. Think about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a joke.
I think in the end they're just gonna probably just trying to if there isn't a trade, Hughes is likely just trying to see if that team or whoever's rumored picks up another goalie, and then de-risks it a bit, and then see what happens. And if you can trade him in the meantime, great. But like he hasn't played, I don't know how many games it is or days. He can go on a conditioning stint and play in the AHL for a while. So there's ways around some of that. I think they'll play all 3 for now.
Primo?
Yeah, Primo. Anyone actually. I think even Allen could go down. Conditioning stints, right? If you're a NHL player, you can go down to the AHL for a few games. But
I
we'll
like
see.
that.
I don't know. Morad's in the chat, is he?
Yep.
Oh,
He's the one who asked
Yeah.
about Primo getting significant time.
it's one of the OGs.
Ultimately,
If
I
you
think
look at
his
any of
playing-
my,
I think his playing
Go ahead.
time just depends on how good the other goalies play.
How bad?
if you look at any of my tweets from 2 years ago, Primo was always the sweetener I would add to a trade, like every time. You know, it was like what is it, Eller a second, and like everybody had that trade proposal, but Primo was always my sweetener. Oh yeah, you need a little extra?
You don't.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
You always
Eller
have to
Hugh
play
Doan
when
a
it comes up
second.
to Hot World Junior.
It's funny you would add Primo as a sweetener. His reputation's got as bad as fucking what's it called, aspartame. That's how good a sweetener he became.
He just festers in your brain.
Yeah. Boo.
God damn.
Speaking of which,
So let's talk a little bit about Slafkovsky. We touched on him a little bit. Let's get like did anybody else not just have a glimmer of like, man, is this the kid? Like last night, he played his best NHL game so far, hands down. I saw some great decision making. What did you guys think? Do you think that like maybe there's a chance this guy fucking pops it off a bit this year?
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely.
I saw like I don't know. I got high hopes for this kid. Everybody's quick to call him a bust, but I've got really high hopes for this kid.
He has like what, 40 games of experience? I think people are just way too quick to call players busts. you can just see the difference between last year and this year, how different he's playing. He's way more confident. On the goal from Newhook yesterday, on the pass from Dak, that was something that you wouldn't see from Slavkovsky last season. So his game just took another step, and I'm really excited to see what's going to happen this season.
Being 18-year-olds from Slovakia and like being the best player in your country, this, that, and the other thing. People like they don't treat you as an equal on the ice. They look at you as though you're Yager skating around there. You know what I mean? Like he walked into the NHL like it's a rough league. There's a lot to learn. There's a lot of like subtleties that you got to pick up in your game. I think that the kid was intimidated as hell last year, and I think it got into his brain, and I think that there's a special hockey player there that if he can overcome that on a regular basis, we've got a special hockey player.
I want to add also, I think having St. Louis as a coach just makes a hell of a difference for young guys too. Because you can have a player like that that's not really confident, intimidated. If he doesn't have the right approach or people around him, it can go the other way really quickly. But I think he's very well surrounded, and that's going to help also.
Can I say something?
Super encouraging.
I don't feel like this is the coach St. Louis is going to be. Like, he's in a unique situation where we're all accepting, I'm not going to say the M word, mediocrity, but we're all accepting the situation we're in, and he's also, but I think once he has the competition switch turned on, he might become rougher coach than we see right now, in my books. Never forget, the guy's favorite coach was Tortorella. Never forget that. Never forget that.
But at the same time, the players who you are coddling now, like for the lack of a better term, are going to grow with them. You know what I mean? It's not going to be flip of the switch. It's like now I'm Ariane and I smoke and blow fucking cigarette smoke in your face. It's not going to.
Best bench coach in the business.
Beauty.
Fuck.
So much that like the players will be like that as well. You know what I mean? They won't accept failure either because they're with Sam.
Yeah, no, his game was super encouraging. I mean, it's like you said, it was the best we've seen him in the NHL. I mean, if that's what you're going to see on a regular basis, he obviously stays with the team. But you gotta like we were talking about, you gotta nail him or like glue him to Doc. I think right.
Yeah, maybe.
You're not going to give him too much too soon. You're not going to put him on that top line right away. I think if he keeps playing like this, yeah. Like
that's a lot of big bodies on the line, eh? If you want to stick him to that guy, like, long term.
Oh, well, we also talk about the hole in the right wing, right? We talk about it all the damn time. We're talking about Anderson not fitting up there. So, I mean...
Yeah.
I would let him cook with Newhook and Dak for a while and just, let him be more confident with those two players and get the chemistry going and,
Yeah, I wouldn't touch them. His off season though, I mean, like last year, so Brian, you were saying coming in and adjusting. I mean, the kid ran out of gas after 30-second shifts. Like if you look at Gallagher now, that's how he was like. And then he would run or like have to make stupid plays, whatever else, because he was tired. So his off-season stuff, we all saw the goggle picture and then the lung exercises that were going on. I mean, like that's making a difference now.
I think you're right.
Like changes like that. So like I tweeted that earlier today with the development, how we're all kind of on that. Like that is a development plan. Like you took that, you got your peripheral vision and your lung capacity figured out in the off season. Like okay, yeah, that's a little bit more than power skating. Like that's intense. Like and the comeback for now, like you're seeing changes. So like it's nice to see this actually happen. These players get with the right people and figure out what's to improve on. So yeah, it's only one game, but he had a good preseason too. But if you can keep it up, like yeah, you're seeing what I say. If he hits somebody, when the time comes when he starts hitting people and doesn't fall over, that's when you got a player. That's when you know he's going to be ready to just start.
Is he going to be that guy though?
Well, he's every time he hits somebody, he falls over. So I mean, I'm hoping he stays on his skates at some point.
I can't.
He's gonna be.
Yeah,
he's a big kid who's like he just turned 19, and he's a big kid who's not used to playing as a
He's
physical
huge.
player his size. Like some of those kids just need to learn how to use their big bodies, right? Like if this is obviously playing over in Finland's not as physical as in the NHL. I mean, bigger ice surface.
Yeah.
There's
Like
more
if he's not
basic
used to
skill.
playing that way, and now all of a sudden he's playing against big guys who are trying to lay him out all the time, it's a big adjustment. You got to learn how to use his body to his advantage. And you see it with, I mean, there's plenty of examples, but I mean, Kirby Dach is a prime example in Montreal. I mean, his first couple seasons in Chicago weren't overly impressive. That's obviously why they got rid of him. But you're in year what, 4 of Dach, 5, and look what he's becoming. I mean,
I love watching him just go into the corner, and you know he's gonna mow somebody down. He's just gonna go right through him
Every time.
Every time.
He looks so good.
Yeah, he does.
Puck retention is off the chart. I'd like beautiful. It's a like watching art. It's awesome.
He's big and he's rangy, got a long reach, and he skates well, like very well. He's very smooth. And I mean, he's a big guy. He's getting stronger. He's a guy that's learning to use his size to his advantage against NHL players.
Yeah, you could theoretically, like, you have Caulfield and Suzuki, and then you have Dach and Slavkovsky. Like, that could be the duo. And you have like the skilled fast duo, and then you have the size. So
I'd like a bit of size with Caulfield and Suzuki, Andrew. No.
Faster than Suzuki.
No, I said I'd like a bit of size on their line as well, Suzuki and Caulfield.
yeah,
so if you sacrifice two of the good big guys on the same line, well, you're losing that extra spice on another line there, in my books.
So let me ask you though, how big was Boston's line with Marchand, Bergeron, and Pasternak? Like, aren't they 6'1" and smaller? Like, how big is Pasternak? He's not a big guy, is he?
Nope, I don't think he's huge.
I think he's the biggest of the three. Yeah.
What's that?
I think he's the biggest of the three. Is he not?
Yeah. You just have to find the right, like a Heineman, we were saying, right? You find a thick 6'1" type of player who plays big, you're good. But I know what you're saying. Like, it makes more sense to put the big 6'3", 238-pound winger with those two and let him go.
He's 30 now. He lost 8 pounds.
Sorry.
Murad in the chat has a comment that sparks a good question for me. He says, Kirby Dach is just learning his size. He has the potential to be another Pierre-Luc Dubois. Where do you guys see him? Pierre-Luc Dubois, higher or under?
I mean,
I'd like to, honestly.
Like what? Sorry, Brian, it cut for me. I didn't hear what you said, Brian.
I said I'd like to put him higher, like in my expectation level than
Better
Pierre-Luc
than Pierre-Luc Dubois. Perfect.
I think so.
I think his ceiling is probably higher. Whether he hits that ceiling is another thing, but I think his ceiling might be higher.
Oh, we have an
And then,
intruder. I love it.
Yeah. One of my cats just entered the room.
Oh, yeah. But it's okay. Last time,
Oh, my dog's
historically, when Ariane is on the show, we also get a visit. But not in the background.
You haven't seen...
Oh, well,
I've seen him.
Blur.
Her?
Oh, yeah?
It's because of the way I'm placed today, they can't come and run across, but usually I have 4 now.
Oh, no.
So, yeah.
Oh, no. That's awesome.
Careful, they don't bite.
You got to think when they drafted Slavkovsky at the time, I mean, they envisioned him ultimately playing on that top line next to Caulfield and Suzuki.
Who?
I would assume so.
Slavkovsky.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, makes sense.
I mean,
Assume so, yeah.
it's a development year for a lot of these young kids. I mean, I think you do whatever keeps Slavkovsky going and keeps his confidence going. You keep him wherever that happens. If it's next to the Dach, you leave him there. I think you let that cook as long as possible before you move him out of that situation.
Oh, there he is.
Like you said, Suzuki and Caulfield will still get some points without their future winger.
Is that a Sphinx? No.
No, he's well, it's kind of in the same family, but he's like an Oriental cat mixed with a Cornish Rex.
Oh, we have Devon Rexes upstairs, but he's locked away.
Oh.
I'm locked away upstairs, not locked away in a bedroom. In a closet. Very cute. So Morad saying Pierre-Luc Dubois. He's not. Doc isn't as mean as him, but I've always had Getzlaf as the comparable. I don't know if it's actually I mean, Getzlaf was a beast, and Doc could be, but I don't know. I'm not sure if he's as. Like Getzlaf was just on a different level, so that's a high.
So higher than
artist.
Pierre-Luc Dubois, right?
I thought of that player style too, though.
Yeah, like kind of in the middle of those two.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's really flip all this on its head. What if it's Doc, Slafkovsky, and Caulfield? What if that's your first line?
I was thinking about that too, because everybody always wants Caulfield and Suzuki together.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's gonna last forever.
I can live with
If you
Caulfield
find
and,
success hard, it doesn't.
I can live with
Yeah,
Caulfield
there's-
and Suzuki being split, but everybody's short-term fucking memory issues about Suzuki in the playoffs. You guys know, no, stop it. You cannot on 30 good regular season games start to fucking. Oh, maybe he's the number. No, man. You guys remember the guy shut down both Malkin and Crosby in the bubble when fucking Dano put us on a 5-on-3. That's what fucking Suzuki
Listen.
is, man. No, man, can't do that.
Listen, Antoine, do you said 30
Mute.
games? Like we have, yeah,
Hey, Brian.
Big
We
one.
have-
Want to fight about it?
Listen. You're talking about 30 games. We now have like at least another 160 before we make the playoffs all the time, right? So if 160 games goes by and we realize that Doc is that guy, then you're gonna have to just fucking quit it with the fucking playoffs in the bubble. That's
Nope. Clutch is clutch.
that
man.
argument. That argument.
It's not even
That would
just
be
the
4 years
bubble, and
old.
it's not just the playoffs, dude. It's also in the
It'll be like
OHL. Superior propane memes.
It'll be-
Remember it. Remember it. Sorry, go ahead. I gotta fight.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Back in
Like,
my day,
when we start making the playoffs, if Doc is as good and you're going fucking Suzuki in the bubble, that'll be like just like us talking about fucking Carl Alsner signing. It'll be fucking old news, man. Move on if you have to.
It's not a bad signing.
No,
Oh my god.
Bubble.
great problem to have. It doesn't matter. I don't care what it's the lines 1 or line 2. I couldn't care less. It just if you have that combination where you can move these players around, I don't care who it is. But I'm not going to go and like say, "Oh, trade Suzuki." Like,
No,
I'm not going
thank
down
you.
that
Second line.
No.
I'm Batman.
When you start competing for a Stanley Cup, your second line had better look like a lot of teams' first line, and that's what we're building towards.
Yeah. It's not- Sorry. See, like I said, put it on its head and get that upset.
Suzuki's right now is the number 1 center, and as far as I can tell, is there to stay.
Sure.
That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
On 32
Well,
games,
revisit
you don't toss Suzuki aside like that. You can't do
Right
that.
now.
You can't do that shit. Can't do
No,
that.
but-
It's
No,
not
you're-
slander towards Suzuki.
It is.
Nobody's saying the opposite. Why are you getting mad?
You want to get
You do
really
not put Suzuki
Oh, no,
aside.
let's get really mad. Let's put Suzuki on the wing with Doc and Caulfield.
Oh, fuck off. Fuck off, man. I'm out of here. Brian's out of here, too. Awesome.
It's not a slight towards Suzuki to think that Doc could supplant him as the number 1 center, and like, but even by the end of the year, but like even next year, I mean, if you get that 6'4", 217-pound center, and if he could develop into a 70-point guy, I mean, that's no slight at Suzuki if he becomes the second most used center on the team. It's like you said. You're gonna have two top lines, so it's almost like a 1A and 1B eventually. That's what
Well,
you're hoping
Kirby's
it
the B
is.
is all I'm saying. Look at the big guy.
Listen. Remember when I told you that I have a little corner of a laundry room and like that nothing else is very pretty? We could have, if I turned the camera, we could have watched my son take a shit. She's like, go wash your hands.
Go wash your hands.
Like I'm sitting here, you guys were all talking hockey, and he just walked right past me. He's like, yeah. Anyways, kind of funny.
No, go on.
I
I want to hear it all.
get the best. Yeah. Anyway, sorry. What were we talking about? I got to put him to bed in a second here, so like
I
I'm gonna
think we
jump
were
up. And I'll
honestly
be right
talking
back.
about Corson's poop. So, hear me out. I'm just kidding, man. It's a joke.
Oh, well, I leave it.
I-
I'll be right back. I gotta put him to bed.
So, I
Come on,
mean,
dude.
if you actually want to get upset, Pat, it's the people who literally want to trade Kirby Doc now for somebody
Oh
else.
no.
I've
The
never
fact-
seen that.
So,
one.
like,
I
for,
wasn't
I've
crazy
never
on
seen
Kirby
that
Duck. Sorry, go on.
Pedersen. Like, oh, Pedersen might be available. Well, let's
Oh
trade.
yeah. Never mind. I did see that one.
Just hypotheticals that come up now, and then I just saw someone just shared a tweet with me that made me laugh and said, "Oh yeah, he'll be traded by the deadline." Like an unrelated trade, just to say he'll get traded. But
No, not
Peterson
a chance.
or Kirby Doc?
what's that?
Peterson or Kirby Doc would be traded before the deadline.
Kirby Doc.
No fucking way.
Well,
That's
what
not
I mean.
happening.
I wasn't crazy about Kirby Doc within the first stretch there of the season last year, because we were sold that we traded for a big center and they started in on the wing, and I don't mind if he's a winger, but I mean, you don't pay the same price for a winger you do a center, and we paid the centerman price. So I was like, what the fuck? Now everybody, oh no, leave him on the wing with Suzuki and Caulfield. I'm like, no, we need a second line, man. And that was a big problem to me. He showed me that, yeah, he's going to become a real centerman. Puck, fucking possession, face-offs, he'll end up good on every aspect, I believe.
I love
So
what
yeah,
they
I'm
did
sold.
with
No,
him.
do not trade the guy, but do not
No.
say based on 30 games that he's better than Suzuki, though. That makes no sense to me.
He's not going anywhere.
Neither one of them are.
I don't know if either one of you, any of you guys listen to Tony Marinaro's podcast at all, but
I don't like admitting it.
he mentioned the other night that he's heard from somebody that there's people within the organization that think Kirby Doc has the highest ceiling of anybody on that team. I mean, it's
I love Tony.
It's not on conversation.
I love Tony, but
And
you
if
can-
You're competing with
you-
him right
you
now
can't
for
believe
live
that.
views.
nobody told him
What?
that.
We're competing with him right now for live views.
Is he live right now? Yo, Andrew, maybe I feel like you could drop us a pretty nice emotional speech right now to beat whatever he's doing. Look at you,
So what?
that
Oh,
pretty
Tony
face,
Marinaro.
like Tony does. Go in a rant, or not a rant, but a big inspiring speech. You know he's good, like the old Tony did.
I don't know if I can get that emotional on the spot
No?
like him.
No? Fuck, man. Disappointing. You sent me a picture from the shower at my birthday a few years ago. And now you can't go emotional? That was pretty fucking emotional, man.
That was alcohol induced, and I sent those to a few people.
Well, I still have mine, so fuck them. I don't know who the
Who's
other
our
were.
other buddy? Who's our other buddy that
Russ, the poof fairy.
Russ.
The poof
Russ.
fairy.
Oh God, I haven't
That
thought
was-
about that guy in a while.
I remember you sending him a shower vid. Well, you guys were trading shower vids, actually, if I remember
Hold
well.
on, hold on. They were PG shower vids, but regardless. Now
How
we're
PG?
getting my personal.
How PG can it be when you think about it? Thank you.
Well, you saw
No,
it.
silence was a great answer, man.
I'm gonna need to know more about this at some point.
It's all out there. It's on the public Twitter. Well, maybe not. Oh, I have my vid. It's not anymore because
Yeah,
it's
no, I
Andrew.
think so.
This is like
Oh.
three or four
My
accounts ago
are
for
gone a
Andrew.
reason. My accounts are gone for a reason.
But I still have that vid. I will find it and I will put it online. And I also have that other video, and you know which one I'm talking about. You drunk talking
say it.
shit about
I need
talking
to
shit
that.
about my province in the bar. I have it. I have it. Talking shit about
I
my
would
province in a bar with that other fucking what's his name, Newfie Canadian or whatever. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. No,
The Scotian Canadian.
Scotia. I'm talking
Oh.
Scotians.
That guy,
Drunk
I
as
mean-
fuck in a bar talking shit about Quebec, and he sent me a video of it, and it's beautiful, glorious. It was a joke. People, don't calm down, calm down. I think I just started a referendum. My bad.
You'll leave. It's okay.
Just to be fair, Andrew, whenever your Alberta wants to separate, I support them too. I'm not that type of guy. Not it's a two-way relationship. I respect your choice to.
Wexit. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see. We're going to take Brian with us.
Yeah, that's the problem.
God.
Though. We're losing BC in that trade. I'm sad with it. We'll move on.
We'll
You
split
can-
BC in half and
You
take
can
the
trade
interior.
PK Subban at his peak. You can trade Brian.
Peak.
Peak? Yeah.
Peak.
Did you just dab
Yeah.
another dab, Brian?
Yeah, and almost passed out doing it.
Nice. Almost.
Hey, you guys, I'm gonna have to go.
Ariane, Stark. Ariane, thank you so much for doing this. You're gonna be on the French pod. We're gonna find a date soon to have one, right?
Yep, for sure.
So we'll be
We'll
seeing
figure
you
that
soon.
out soon.
Thank you so much
This
for joining.
this should be considered a WeHabs like collab. So like you
It
guys,
is? It is.
yeah,
It
set
is.
your time. Ariane,
Yep.
thank you so
Yeah,
much.
for joining the
Thanks,
family.
guys.
team.
It was nice talking to you.
We'll see you soon.
Yeah.
Bientôt. Boom.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
You guys want to keep going at it?
Oh, we haven't touched defense or anything yet. Come on. We haven't
Yeah,
talked
I
about
agree.
the Golden Goal and Brock.
Okay. Oh man, defense. There's way more. We didn't talk about training camp and preseason, which I feel there's a lot there. Okay, who didn't make the team that you would have wished made the team? That's a good one to start, I think.
What?
Okay, that's your number one guy.
I love him.
No, I love him too. No. Just I feel like there's other candidates out there. That good. Next, who else? Andrew, you don't no sound.
No, Jordan.
I lost you. I lost. We lost you, Jordan. Can't hear you.
Oh, Jordan.
I'll fill the gap. Heineman was my guy.
I think he's my guy too, man.
Jordan's back, I think. I thought I heard
I
something.
think so. Yeah, I
Yep.
think I had mine mic muted. Yeah, I was saying I really like Watt too. I think at all the young kids, he probably looked the best, but understand why they sent him down. I mean, I think reps in Laval helps him a ton, especially with the talent that Laval has this year. I think it's good to let him marinate a little bit in the AHL. But I don't know. I think Norlander maybe. The way he played in preseason, I thought he was a little bit better than Barron. I mean, Barron didn't have to clear waivers either to get sent down. So, and Norlander can run a power play, or it looked like he could run a power play in preseason. I mean, I thought he deserved a longer look out of.
I thought I heard some buzz that it was just a paper thing. Like whenever they sent him down, like I don't know. I thought I saw on Twitter that it was like it was kinds of waivers or whatnot.
Who's that, Norlander?
Yeah.
No, he's
I don't know if it's true.
Wasn't that Jack
What's that?
That was Jack-Eye, yeah.
That was
yeah,
Jack-Eye. Paper move.
Like, that was a couple hours later.
I mean, like a couple days ago. I mean, whenever they they cut him and sent him down before, like 2 weeks ago or a week and a half or whatever it was.
I think I'm with Andrew. My guy is probably Heineman, but I have to say Norlander really strikes a spot for me because I was so freaking disappointed. I saw the guy so high, like let's say 3-4 years ago. I was so disappointed. I really like the guy's chill, right? He's always smiling in pressers. He's like cool. I like these types of players. And he was so soft. His first training camp, he was so. I thought, that's why he's chill. He doesn't give a fuck. But this year, I really fell in love with the guy again with this year's preseason.
All right. Do you remember in the summer there was like a quick video on the Habs Twitter page where it was like, who do you miss the most of your buddies, like your locker room buddies, and like a lot of people said Savard. Like I was blown away by how many people said Savard. Does that change anything for you guys? Because last year it was like, I'm ready to move on from Savard to get some like a kid some time in there. Like, does that? I don't know. What do you think?
I'm not very surprised, to be honest. I remember hearing Pierre-Luc Dubois say that he almost signed an extension because he loves playing Savard so much, and then a week after Savard got traded, and was like, holy shit, I almost signed like long term this shithole. And the guy I like that, but long story short, I think a lot of guys relate to, and no, I would keep him. Savard and Matheson are your veteran. One guy's one style, the other guy's the other style. You got they're the perfect veteran to have. You can have four young guys is a lot at once. If you're gonna do that, keep Matheson and keep Savard. And he's gone, right? He was gonna be that defensive guy.
It wouldn't change a lot for me. I think if the offer's right, if an offer came along, I wouldn't hesitate to move them. If you're gonna start sending guys down like Armia and make it a meritocracy, and have guys in the lineup based on merit, I mean, David Savard's probably gonna get pushed out in that situation. You can have veterans, but I mean,
you don't think David Savard is like top 6 in this team? The meritocracy you're talking about.
He can be. I mean, but I don't think it's gonna be much
I
for any of
think
the young kids coming up to push him out as
Well,
one of the top 6.
Scenario. He's UFA end of the year, right?
Is he this year?
This
Or is
year or
it
next year? I'm not sure.
It's his 3rd year, I think. He signed a 4-year deal or 3-year deal?
No, he has one more. 24-25 as well.
Okay. I mean, I don't know. Asset management 101. I mean, he is where he is. If they get an offer that's a first rounder or something, and you have players at the door and the minors pushing their way up, you have to make the move. If you don't have anybody that's ready, like Mayu or whoever else on the right hand side, because keep in mind all those kids now are a year older. They'll have 3 years in some cases that they've been here on the right hand side, so they're no longer rookies. Some of them are actually a little bit more experience, like Kovacevic.
Yeah, he's like what, 25 now, or
Yeah, for me, that's the
right
guy you
side.
push out right now. For me, if you're a kid looking up,
Oh,
you're
man,
looking for a chair.
He's such a good 7th D, man. Like when that's your 7th D, like I don't know, that's a pretty deep D squad. Like Kovacevic is your 7th guy. He's a good hockey player.
I just think a team's gonna.
I think he's better than David Savard.
I think so
Is
too.
he? But I don't know if he brings as much to the team. And to Paul's point in the chat right now, Savard is a leader. You can't.
Okay, nuance, no, but I mean, if you put him like skill, endurance, like you know what I mean. Like I think he's better than Savard as well. But I mean,
So-
every decision has nuance. Like, does somebody is good in the locker room and calms your best players down? Then yeah, like I get that. But
The one thing
what I'm saying is like
100% of the time, Savard puts the team in front of his own interests on the ice for sure.
yeah, that's
He's
more
showing
nuance.
the right fucking
Yeah.
decision to make. He's showing it to the kids every fucking time he's on the ice.
Oh,
And
he's
that's not a lot.
100%
He's always gonna make the fucking painful play.
That's why I was asking the question. That's why I was like with the tweet, and everybody said, "Oh, like last year, like if you asked 10 people, I bet you 6 or 7 would be willing to move on from Savard, and then could you show them that video of all the fucking guys saying, "Oh, I miss fucking Savard because I haven't seen him in weeks," and the video made you know how valuable he was to the team outside of any like.
retweeted that with a
skill
comment
comparable.
like what was it? Something like something. Just to prove that we know shit of what really is a
Right.
locker room, right? We don't know. We just assume that players relate to this guy or this guy. There's some undeniables out there like fucking Carey Price or Shea Weber, right? But other than that, you don't know. You don't know who
Apparently,
like,
Chris Weidman is a big fan.
Yeah,
he was
Same.
one of the guys who was getting a lot of
Got a
votes
lot
too.
of-
Yeah.
Yep.
I thought he was a UFA at the end of the year, but I mean the management team said they wanted a mix of vets and kids. So if Savard's the dad of the locker room type of thing, and he ends up getting pushed down to a 3rd pairing D at $3.5 million, it's not end of the world.
I'm okay with it.
Right.
Well said.
But Matheson, we'll see how the year goes. But if he performs the way he was showing he was performing last year, I mean that's someone you really need to insulate all these lefties coming in
Imagine.
and coming up.
Jeff Petrie,
But-
man, that was good. Guys, how did you like the Petrie summer moment there?
Matheson looks good though.
He does.
Like
He does.
The Petrie summer moment, like him being traded back here and then traded again.
Oh, it was beautiful.
Is that what you're asking?
Yeah. I think you tweeted.
I-
The only thing better than trading
I
Petrie
tweeted.
is trading Petrie twice.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's funny.
And then people jumped all over me. It's like, oh, he was just sticking up for his family. I'm like, you need to do an advanced search with my fucking name and Jeff Petrie. Don't you fucking. That's the only thing I was requesting a trade. Fuck yeah. Thank you,
Oh,
Jeff. Thank you from my heart.
People don't pay
What's
attention. People don't pay attention to anything people have said for 6-7 months straight, and then the one tweet you write out that goes against everything you've said. It's like, oh, how could you? Okay.
I'm Batman.
I had an argument. Okay, so I had an argument not long ago, and it was like, I forget. I don't even know who the account was. They were talking about not being patient with Slavkovsky was the equivalent of the not being patient for Kotkaniemi, and the formula is the same. And I said I was like, well, with this exact same energy, if you go back and you look at Tage Thompson tweets in 2018. It's the exact same energy.
It is.
And like, so the fact that whenever you, like I said, it's the same energy in the arguments. It's like where they're not being patient to blah 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 blah, and then he turns on to pop off. They thought I was comparing the players to each other. You know what I mean? Because in one tweet I had the two names in the same fucking tweet. Holy shit, man! It was a fucking morning and a half trying to explain to people I'm not comparing the player.
Yeah,
I'm comparing the
firestorm. It's like some people see the name Tage Thompson, and they're like, Tage Thompson is the biggest anomaly ever. Like, that never happens. You can't hope for that situation to happen. Like, there's some people that just don't even want to hear it.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of good players that take longer. Like, I mean, like you said, Joe Thornton had a slow start. Draisaitl had to get sent back to junior, and then he had a slow start. Rantanen got sent to the AHL, and then he had, in his second year, like 40 points or 30-something points.
Primo's about to be one of those guys, according to a lot of people on my timeline. Every time I shit on him, they're like, oh, he's a late bloomer. Give him that extra 12 years.
I don't think it's out of the question, but yeah, I mean,
it is.
I thought Pat was gonna break some news about Primo for a second the way you said that, and then
yeah. I'm on the phone. Listen, I'm on the. You know, can I low key brag? I have one of my biggest fucking. I don't know if I would call him idol but idol in the blogging / abs. How you want to call that? News,
family.
Whatever. Yeah, well, yeah. The guy behind 25 Stanley, man, he came on the show last year with Mathieu, and I have his cell phone number, and he texted me, okay, bleu, blanc, rouge with a heart. Guys, big me moment. Sorry, it makes no sense. Just remember right now, yeah. Sorry.
Tell him to go watch the show.
Yeah, no, I will. So I'll try to have him on, man. He's the guy that you know that chick that said she was dating what's his name, Mayu, right? The Instagram girl. Did you guys see that?
No.
Elle était comme mon chum Logan Mayu, but it was at InstaHab, which is the same guy. He's that guy, man. So he got that girl to say that to pretend that she's dating, just to get that video. Oh yeah. That went well, like I don't know, about a week ago, man. Anyway, that's his vibe. Loves the guy.
I don't follow too many people anymore. I'm low key. I think that's gonna end pretty quick here though. I'm sure disturbing again, so my the count's gonna start going up.
That's why I never see a point to resetting, Andrew. You're gonna be the same fucking dickhead. No, you're gonna be the same fucking dickhead, and you're gonna get exactly the same result. There's no point. Same as Vinny. The same fucking thing. Vinny, I'm going too many people. I'm resetting. You're just unblocking people you block. You're just giving more opportunity to people to fucking follow you again. You're just gonna do the same fucking account again. It's no point. No fucking point. They hated you once. They will hate you twice.
You put a microphone in front of my face. It's your fault.
I'll take the blame. Same. Remember, every time Vinny resetted his account, I would retweet his new thing and say, "Everybody follow him," and just get it going again.
Take a leak here for a minute.
Yeah, sure.
Good.
I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Vinny's coming my way here pretty soon.
Is he?
Calgary we might catch up for a run and wine maybe.
Can I humbly offer you an advice?
Don't go running with Vin.
No. If he's coming soon, I would start to work that jawline. If you maybe chew on like a hard ball or something, you cannot. I know you're a pretty hot guy and you're pretty good looking, but you're getting a bit round around the chin area, and I think you could really get the angle coming. And listen, I know what I'm talking about. I'm living it myself. But if Vinny's gonna be on a selfie with you, I think you need to work on that jawline.
Oh, there's a selfie. It's coming from way up here.
That's what I'm saying. There's perception too. Put him in front.
Do it again. Oh
so
shit!
The camera's up here.
Oh. But when you're on the side, you kind of that beard trim kind of looks like you, but I know the reality. I know perspective.
I'm basically a middleweight if I was a UFC fighter, and I'm not very tall, so it's not good.
No, you have a good reach.
I'm almost 210.
Dude, are you serious? I'm down. On my good days, I'm down to 210. I go 210, 215 right now. Dude.
Yeah.
Dude. Dude, what the fuck?
I'm staring at a Bowflex stuff over there, but
That's the. I was kind of seeing some sadness in your look. Now I see why. Makes sense. Sorry, welcome back.
in his eye.
How's
Yeah,
your weight, Jordan? Huh?
My weight?
Yeah, we just had this dumb conversation. Is it uphill or downhill? Like, are you on a good slope or a bad slope?
Steady slope probably.
Oh,
The last like year or so.
oh, good.
Like around 208 maybe. I don't
Holy
know, somewhere
shit.
between-
We're
Yeah.
sharing a weight class.
Man, I can't. Like, I know you guys know. Like, I've done a little bit of. Anyway, to be in the conversation and like be like, oh, that's like roughly where I'm around too, instead of being like 450 pounds over everybody. It makes my day.
Yeah.
I weighed in at 216 the other day.
Yeah, dude, that's awesome.
Nice.
Yeah,
That's well over 100 pounds lost.
yeah.
Murad says in the chat, meanwhile, I'm knee deep in Hawkins cheesies.
The best cheesies. When I was in camp, finding those things was like my night was set.
Nice.
I love Hawkins. Hawkins cheesies.
Back to my original point. I
Piece.
just wanted to say, if you're gonna be on a selfie with Vin, you gotta get that best fucking workout you can on that jawline before it happens. I didn't mean to say you were fat. It's not my
I'm
style.
offended.
You should be. You're an Albertan.
I might start a new Twitter account because of all this.
Just call it Andrew's jawline, and
Andrew's jaw.
yeah, jawline.
Andrew's jaw.
They just do a full on, like every day, do a picture. Like, oh, that would be great.
Yeah,
You
and
can't
one
find
more
Andrew's jaw.
and one more follower for Vin, so I'm all for it.
Yeah.
How about that Newfie?
Oh, this is your time.
Yeah.
This is your time.
164 goal pace.
Nice.
Hey, it's something to be said when these guys go after their guy in the off season, they do it with purpose. Like they know who they're going after, and that buy low, the whole buy low concept is like now I'm like waiting for it. Like after Doc, I was like, this guy's gonna fucking take off.
Do it again.
Next year, same thing. Who are you going after this year? Who's next? Who's the offensive weapon?
I think they're gearing up to use the bank account to make another thing happen. Like I feel it in my bones. I think they're gonna spend Carey's
Oh yeah.
Injury reserve here pretty soon. Well, maybe not pretty soon, but they're gonna be open to the best deal that money can buy them. You know what I mean?
Alexi Lafreniere.
Is that the
You
new
think?
thing? Well, it's the new thing, right?
He scored today.
Did he?
Oh no, value up,
Price
not
is
good.
right.
Never
I
mind.
think he had one. Yeah, check that. But yeah, there'll always be another player. I mean,
Yeah, I saved a lot of time.
Somebody-
Saved a lot of the time on this one. I just tweeted, just search all my old PLD tweets. These are now Lafreniere tweets. So I'm good. I just work. It's all gonna fix itself. I'm good.
Yeah.
They're all out there already.
Jordan, you said something about Draisaitl at one point, going back to junior. I think it was Mike Johnson was on one of the stations, and he said that the way Slafkovsky plays is actually the way he protects the puck is like Leon Draisaitl, because he protects the puck and players kind of bounce off him, but he has that he's steady the way he plays, not the goal scoring. Like I'm not going to go on the with McDavid goal scoring, but the
So
way he
you're
protects the puck,
saying they're the same player, right?
Yeah.
Hold on,
We're
I'm
talking-
tweeting you now.
We're
Tweeting you now.
50-50 here. 100-pointer.
Yeah.
Yarmer Yager,
Yeah.
no hybrid. Yeah, no pressure.
Nice.
Good luck, kid.
Hey guys, I gotta pop off here pretty soon.
Yeah, it
too.
was honestly. Let's it was fun, guys. We can read your articles. You've already wrote, all of you did actually, on OuiHabs.wordpress.com. Yeah,
Go check it out.
3 articles already are out, and you already got the NWO logo going out there. So I guess you're good, man. I can pull out this one. Just quit making
No, I
excuses.
put my old one on there, so you do it. But, yeah.
Before we go anywhere, I wanted to say,
No, go ahead. No. Go over.
I said I wanted to say that, like, Pat and I literally we talked about it, and you two were the first two fucking came for each one of us. So, thank you.
Well, to be fair, Andrew, you've been flirting with the idea for a long time of finding some platform to get your 24 thoughts out there. So, happy it's with us. And Jordan, looking forward to it too, man. It's very interesting,
too, man.
smart, educated hockey opinion
nice.
out there.
Nice getting that first one banged out, and hopefully get on a roll and find something else to write about.
You guys needed
Sweet.
some East Coast blood. That's what you guys needed. And now
Yep.
you have it.
Clearly.
All right. Peace out.
All right,
Was
boys.
fun.